Hello everybody and welcome to Critical Rocket with a new mech video. We're looking at the Javelin, the first new light mech in quite some time in MWO. As usual, this is a quick look at the mech bay loadout if you want to pause it and just see there, but I've only changed to an XL engine, maxed the armor where I can, and added an extra ton of ammo for both SRM6s. Visually, I just want to point out now, because there's an image that's going to pop up in a second, I would have preferred it to look like that. The original, with the more sort of horizontal SRMs and the wider chest. But what we ended up getting was a much skinnier Javelin, and I can see maybe the reason they did that was a light mech with very wide side torsos, and probably running an XL will probably die quite quickly. But I don't know. It's not a bad redesign of it. So, Javelin cockpit, extremely cramped. It's up there with the Spider, from what I can gather, so it's how fucking short on space you are as a pilot. I mean, you're almost literally got your face up against the glass of this thing. Definitely emphasizing the very tiny, compact nature of this mech, which was designed during the Star League era. It was originally meant to actually go to Star League armies, but sadly production of it was hampered a little during the Amaris Civil War. Full production continued and they started selling it to the Great Houses instead rather than the Star League, and it was very successful from that. Basically it was used as a recon ambush unit, and this is what the 10N was very successful at with its dual SRM6s, which in MechWarrior Online 2 SRM6s really doesn't seem like a hell of a lot of a punch, but when you're looking at it on the tabletop, that was quite powerful for a 30-tonner. Target acquired. So, MechWarrior Online, the 10N is a 4 missile version that is split between the left and right torsos. So, I could probably see this being quite fun actually with a bunch of Streak 2s, and further down the line, later this year, when we have access to other Streak launchers, 4 and 6s, we may actually see some pretty nasty builds coming out of that, like a good little light hunter. This is also with the advent of the skill tree and everyone's mechs being reset, and so I think this match was an example of people getting used to their mechs suddenly not having all the perks and quirks and skills and things that they were used to having, and yeah, lots of shutdowns, lots of dying, light mechs just not moving like they used to after the engine decoupling. I think it's going to take a little while for people to get used to that. But I'm not going to talk about the skill tree in this video, since it's quite a big subject and I want to play around with it a bit more before I get more into that. Obviously, for posterity, when people watch this later on, the skill tree will be a thing that's been here for ages, and what's the problem? So, that side. I quite like the Javelin so far, actually. It's nice to have a missile emphasis for a light mech, which you have that with the Oxide, Hero Jenna, and obviously there's the Jenna 2C which can do that, but it's not a hell of a lot that I remember being particularly big on using just missiles. I don't know how popular the 10N will be because there's no backup weaponry. There's a couple of AMS slots you could stick, and you know, so it could be good as a support model. I think personally, for me, it's going to work very well in the role of sort of sticking with the fat guys and trying to pick off targets, blocking off arms, legs, side torsos, that kind of thing. And yes, I do apologise, my SRM aim is shit at this point. Lots of misfires, just missing things that really should have been easier. So yeah, while you're typing your comment about, no, but you can't aim, yes, I can't fucking aim with SRMs. This has been established a long time ago. The other variants were things like the Fire Javelin, which I believe is the 10F. That's a bit more viable. Comes with 4 medium lasers, no missile points, so is a tiny bit more versatile. New target. Very loud bike going past in the background. But I decided to choose the 10N here because it's the original Javelin, and I thought it was quite good. It actually works as a zombie mech. If you want to run it with a standard engine, it can still actually fight, which is nice. And I think this match highlights, the effectiveness of it when you get in, especially on big mechs, because if they get distracted, you do quite a lot of damage quite quickly. And with the skill tree coming in, I've noticed that some of the skills are based around reducing the spread of missile fire and also increasing ammunition count per ton, that kind of thing. So I could see actually the Javelin benefiting quite a lot from some of these new skills that they've put in. It's just working your way down the tree to get there. I'm trying to think of more points about this. The missiles are high mounted technically. They're vertically positioned down rather than across the chest. That could have been another design decision on their part, maybe so it wasn't so popular to be taken because of the high mounted missiles. I don't know. I don't know if it's just an artistic choice. I find the arrangement of the missiles to be quite good though, because they do allow you to very quickly point, shoot, move, which is exactly how the Javelin was supposed to be used anyway. As far as any drawbacks go, I think for a light mech it's actually quite tall, so it'll be easier to pick out compared to some of the other lights out there. Obviously Locusts and Jenners and even Firestars and stuff are a little tad shorter than this mech, I found, and for that reason you have to be a bit more aware of your positioning. Obviously another issue is if you're running the 10N at least is where you're going to be moving around and trying to get your shot. You are going to expose most of your mech to take the shot a lot of the time, so you just have to be quite careful with that. But overall I'd say it's quite good. It's nice to have a new light that we haven't had in quite a while. Since we've just had a deluge of heavies and assaults and the occasional medium, it's nice that this, especially an original 3025 light mech, finally gets added to the mix. Hoping that things like the Cougar will help shake that up a bit more on the clan side, and maybe we'll see some more lights added in the future. That would be very nice on part PGI, because that light category is looking a little slim compared to the others. If you are a big light pilot, I don't really see a reason not to pick this up, especially since the mech packs now for light mechs are cheaper. They're $15 instead. So if you were looking at getting it, yeah, this could be the time to maybe invest. Plus, you don't need to buy 3 variants because of the new skill system, so research, find the one you want, and grab that. And you never need to worry about the old skill system, at least. So there's that as a benefit. So I would recommend, from what I've played with the two, the 10N and the 10F are both quite fun, bit different, and yeah, it's not too bad speed-wise as well, actually, thinking about it. Yeah. It's not the fastest light by default. You are going to want to change that engine. If you've got a spare engine or if you've got the cash to buy a new one, you should definitely do that. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good week, and yeah, see you next time. Bye!
Target acquired. Critical damage. Warning.